Hello, today we're going to do something new. It's called slurring, so it means that you tie several notes in one bow. So far every time we played a note, it was one note per bow. But now we're still going to do open strings, so we're going to tie open strings to each other, so something like that, yeah? Goes both ways, obviously. Slurring, it's going to start very simple, pretty much exactly as I started just now, but important is that you stay active with your right arm. In the lower half, essentially, you can make quick string changes with the forearm. But as you go past the half, you're going to notice that your upper arm will have to follow through. Now, I wouldn't complicate things too soon. I would begin, when we do it slowly, use the entire arm in the beginning until you control the string changes, the timing. Most important thing, in my opinion, is that you get the timing right first. So you want to get to the other string exactly when you want it to, or when music tells you to, at least. Yeah. Then after that, you want to make sure that you learn to use the same amount of bow for each note. If you have 2 notes per bow, you want to use half a bow per note. If you have 4, a quarter, and 8, an 8, of course. So to help you with that, you could put a small sticker or a dot with chalk, for example, white chalk, halfway the bow and then divide it up again. So you have 4 sections to the bow to help you out to visualize where to change strings. It's just a helpful little thing. Obviously you want to be able to do it without any help, without any markings on your bow, but it might make things slightly less complicated. Now, while you're busy changing strings during your bow, don't forget to stay relaxed with your shoulder, to make sure nothing changes in your hand, that you stay relaxed, your thumb stays round, that you keep stretching forward, even though your arm's now busy in other ways as well. Those things have to stay. You want to keep pretty much a straight bow, you want to keep a beautiful sound. So we're going to start slow, as always, just crotchets, 2 notes per bow, so 2 beats per bow, and we start as 40. Yes, okay, enjoy. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is as simple as it will get today, yeah? So make sure that this is easy, that you control when to change. If you didn't manage, either rewind or try to do it on your own with a metronome, and make sure that when you want to change strings it happens. Yeah. So there's string changes within the bow, but between every bow there's another string change. Lots of things happening in 4 notes, and then the same on the next bar, and then backwards, of course. Lots of stuff to do. So don't just brush across this exercise. You control this, the next one will become easier. You control that, the next one will become easier. This is foundation work. Don't rush through these exercises. This is a completely new thing. Pay attention to the details. Beautiful sound, straight bowing, relaxation, good posture. Yeah. Now the next bar, as I said, it gets more complicated. The first 2 beats have just become quavers. So 1/8 notes. So there's going to be 4 notes in a 2-beat bow. So it's 1 and 2 and then the last 2 beats is the same as before. 3, 4. Yeah. So, and then the same thing on the next 2 strings, of course. So this time we move twice as many times on the down bow. Okay, good luck. And here we go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Yeah, small development, but important. Definitely, because the next one, we now have a bow that is 4 beats long. At 40, it's really slow. But also it means that you have, with quavers, 8 notes and 1 bow. Down bow is going to be 2. Now bow is just a straightforward semi-brief. Yeah, so there is 8 movements in the first bow. It's slow control. Don't rush, don't start too fast with your bow, because if you run, you start too aggressive, it becomes really hard and impossible to make a nice sound. So stay calm, stay concentrated, and be slow. You can be slower at the heel with a nice sound than you can be at the tip if you want to sustain. So start slow, and if you have bow left, if you notice you have too much bow, you can always speed up. Don't do the opposite. Don't start too fast and having to slow down, because the tip is weaker always anyway. So make it easy for yourself. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Now we have done all the different speeds. We have the quarter notes and the quavers. We've had the semi-briefs. Now we're going to start combining things. We're going to use the quarter notes for a bar. We're going to use the quavers for a bar. Both cases, we have 4 beats per bow, so the bow stays slow. So just like in the second exercise, one bow just moves twice as many times. Only this time the down bow is going to be the slow one, and the up bow is going to be the one where you move faster. Okay? Well, enjoy! 1, 2, 3, stay slow, and... Okay, now we've pushed the amount of notes as far as we're going to go. 8 minutes is the max for this exercise, yeah? But now we're going to change things again. Next exercise uses 3 different rhythms in one bar. So you have a quarter note, 2 8 notes, and a half note. So translated, that's a crotchet, 2 quavers, and a minim. That means that your first bow is 1 beat long. The second bow is going to be 1 beat long. The third bow is going to be 2 beats long. So now, yes, we have string changes, we have slurs across strings, and we have changes in bow speed. On top of that, this is a 3 bow pattern. That means that the second bar, it'll be in reverse. Plenty to challenge you. Keep it beautiful and use the same amount of bow for each bow. Okay? Good luck. 1, 2, and 3, 4. I did say use whole bow for every single bow. That's not necessary. But what you do have to be aware of is that you're going to end up with either different bow lengths, in which case you have to start in the middle for this exercise. No, you don't. No. You can start at the heel. Or you can use the same bow for each bow, the same amount of bow. Yeah. Because it's slow, I suggested that you use the whole bow for this. Next exercise, when things get faster, it becomes uncomfortable. At least now it's about getting a smooth, fast bow, crossing strings. I just think it's an interesting thing to experiment with. Anyway, next one. Again, some bows are 1 beat long, some bows are 2 beats long. This time the bows that are 2 beats long are the ones that have the string crossings. Yeah, so it's going to feel very different. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So after these last 2 exercises where we've combined a lot of different things in different bow speeds, different places where all the string changes are, we're now going to start incorporating more strings in one pattern. First 6 exercises was just 2 strings per pattern. Now that the last 2 will have one exercise with 3 strings and the last exercise with all 4 strings, very simple 4-string arpeggio. Each bow is 1 beat, so you have one thing less to worry about. All bows are equally long. The bow speed is the same for all the bows, but there is more strings to pay attention to. So good luck and enjoy. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. these exercises, make sure the upper arm follows along, but the shoulder stays relaxed, so you can freely move wherever you want to be, wherever you need to be. Last exercise, very straightforward. Quarter notes, 4 beats per bow, just 1 quarter note per string, up and down a couple of times. The repeat is going to be backwards bowing, so it's going to feel very different. Yeah? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is the exercise about slurring strings, open strings. Lots of different patterns, lots of different challenges, both speeds, string changes, the different speeds in those as well. So work your way through this a couple of days in a row before you start speeding things up. Be in control before you take a step forward. Always keep a relaxed posture, keep your instrument up, elbow in, relaxed shoulders, and then stay in control with a beautiful sound. There's lots of things to pay attention to, so don't rush through these exercises. Do 2 or 3 of them, first 3, first 4, and get them perfect. And tomorrow you do the first 4 again, and then maybe you might be able to go to all the way to the 6th. Don't try to do too much in one go. Whatever you do, just do it really, really well. Okay? You don't have to do everything, every single video in one go. Concentrate on details. That's the important thing, and stay relaxed. Anyway, too much talking. I'll see you when we do this at 50 beats. And yeah, enjoy yourself. That's the most important thing. Take care.